Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a really interesting and very requested deck profile. Today I'm going to be doing Red Eyes Guardragon, but I've decided to do mine a little bit different from your average, Yugi tuber. I wanted to do something unique to my own channel, so I made something amazing. It is Red Eyes Guardragon Hieratics, because Hieratics are like the cornerstone for me of dragon monsters besides like Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. Like, they are the dragon archetype to play with a vanilla dragon. So I threw them in here, and I'll show you guys how I played in just a second. But before we get into this, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell in there so you become part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on into this completely nuts deck profile. And I was actually surprised that Red Eyes Black Dragon looks good in a blue sleeve, but he really does. So let's get straight on into this. So first off, you're going to be playing 3 copies of Red Eyes Black Dragon. You got to play 3 copies of the Red Eyes Black Dragon because it is our big vanilla of the deck that we're going to be using for so many different plays, and it has so many different synergy plays to summon it out and be able to tribute it off to summon out some really amazing cards and summon some crazy dragons. Like, this deck feels like Dragon Mosh Pit, the deck. Like, I really want to name it that because it just plays so many different dragon engines. It's crazy. So the next one we play is Guardragon, the Guardragon Tuner Monster. We play 2 copies of it. I know that's 5 vanillas, but the Guardragons really benefit off of having vanillas. And I have so many different ways of utilizing that card and getting it out of my hand and getting it on the field. It just really helps to go ahead and have the 2 vanillas. You could probably get away with playing 1. I felt like 2 was more necessary for my build. So I just played it at 2. The next card that we play is Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Now, this card actually has a combo where you can get all the dragons into the graveyard that you possibly could ever want and get it to about 6,000. A lot of Guardragon players play Red Eyes Darkness Dragon just to get it up so high, because it can seriously get up to like 6,000 attack points, and you can OTK your opponent with this card, because for each dragon on your side of the field and in the graveyard, or each dragon type monster in your graveyard, it gains 300 attack points, which is just humongous, and it gets really big. It's a really long combo to get it out, but it combos very well in the deck with the next card, and that is Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair. It's another one of those one-ofs that we play in the deck. Darkest Diabolos, when you tribute this to summon out the Red Eye, or when you tribute off the Red Eyes to summon this, Diabolos' effect activates and lets you special summon it from the graveyard or your hand. It doesn't really matter, and it's a free 3k beater that's a dragon, and it's used for so many fodder plays that I play it as a one-of in this deck. The next one that I play is the essential card of the deck. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually ended up banning this card, and that is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. It is such a degenerate card now. I really feel like they might hit it, or they might do something about the Guardragons, because this card is literally, this and Sor Yugioh is the 2 cards that are really kind of making Guardragons what they are. So I wouldn't be surprised if they hit it. But for now, you need to play it as a one-of because it's at 1. The next card that I play is the newly errated Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. I never thought I would say that again. I never thought I would get the opportunity to say that in a deck profile, that I'm actually putting Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End back in a deck. But basically, it has an errated effect now, that you can pay 1,000 life points and send all cards from both players' hands and on their field to the graveyard, and inflicting 300 points of damage to your opponent for each card sent to the graveyard by this effect. I think now it just does the ones on your opponent's side of the field. I don't have a translated version in front of me, but I think that what it does is that you send all cards on the field to the graveyard in both players' hands, but your opponent, you cannot activate any other card effect for the rest of the turn. Which is totally fair, but you just have to banish a light and dark monster to summon it, so it's really easy to, again, get it out for fodder, and it can really help out with that aspect. So the next 3 cards that we're going to play is getting into our Hieratic engine, and that is 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit. Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit is essentially a level 6 Cyber Dragon that, when it's tributed, you get to special summon a normal dragon monster from your graveyard or your deck. That its attack and defense becomes 0. So it just gives you more fodder to link with, and more fodder to make like some really easy plays to summon out like Darkness Metal or Darkness Dragon in this. Usually I'll summon out this the Red Eyes Black Dragon first, and then start linking if I want to. Or if I want to go for Guard Dragons more, I'll bring out one of these. Usually, you could probably drop, like I said, one of these and play another card that I'll tell you in a minute as a 3 of. But for now, I just play it as a 2. The next one I play is 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Sue. This one actually, when you have a Hieratic Dragon on your field, you can tribute it to special summon this card, and then you can destroy or tribute a monster card that's in your hand. That's a Hieratic from your hand, except another copy of it, or except this card, and then target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. So it's kind of like a walking MST in a way. But you can tribute them on your field or your hand, so that's pretty cool. The next one that I play is 2 copies of Hieratic Dragon Nebthet. This card pops monsters, and you can do the same thing with it as Sue. You can special summon it from your hand by tributing a Hieratic monster. And then I play 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Eset. You can normal summon this card without tributing, and attack becomes 1,000. Then you can target a vanilla on your side of the field, like a Red Eyes or the Guardragon, and make all monsters on your side of the field that are dragon type monsters and Hieratics that level. So for instance, if I targeted Red Eyes, they'd all become level 7 and I can make level 7 plays. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually summon this out and then make this smaller and make it go down to level 2 and then start linking away all my Hieratics to make the what's it called? Guardragons. These. Agar-Pain and those. So I can special summon a bunch of crap from my extra deck. I'm actually going to have to move these really quick so I can show you the rest of the monsters. Like I said, it's a big monster count, so I'm going to move these really quick and show you the rest of the monsters because I don't want to lay them on top. It is a humongous monster count in this deck. Like, I don't think I can count at the end how many spells we have, but the rest of it is just monsters. There's no traps in this deck. So then we have the main card of the deck that's my favorite and the big boss of the deck, and that's 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon. Basically what this does is every time it's sent to the graveyard, regardless of the way it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand. So it searches Darkness Metal, and it searches Red Eyes Black Dragon. It searches Darkness Dragon. Like, its targets that you have are this, Darkness Metal, and a Red Eyes, and then we actually have a trap card, which is the Fang and Chain, that it can search as well, because it's Red Eyes, Fang and Chain. So these are the 4 targets that this will actually search extremely easily. So that's just something to keep in mind about your Black Metal Dragon. It's an extremely good card, and when you summon like Dark Matter Dragon, you want to send all 3 of these to grave to get all of your Red Eyes searches all at once, because this is not a hard once per turn. It's as many times as you want to use it, kind of effect. The next one is the card that I was going to say you could play as a 3 of. I just played it at 2. You definitely should play it at 3. But that's 2 copies of Destrudo. If you wanted to, like I said, drop one of these, put it like that, and put a 3rd Destrudo. So just do this, like change this out for a 3rd Destrudo. I just couldn't find another Destrudo, or I didn't put it in here for some reason. But just put another Destrudo in here for that reason. We'll just leave it there for that reason. Just play a 3rd Destrudo. The next one is 2 copies of Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. The Collapse Serpent is basically a free special summon, and it's a free guard dragon from your hand. You just have to banish a light monster to summon it, and then, you have to banish a light monster to summon it, and it's really easy to, because all your guard drag, or all your Hieratics are light, so it's really easy. And then I play 1 copy of Wyvern Buster. Wyvern Buster is just basically here banish. It's the same thing as Black Collapse Serpent, but you banish a dark monster instead. Then for the final monster, I play 1 copy of World Legacy or World Chalice Guard Dragon. I don't play any of the other Guard Dragons. I don't feel like they're that great, and they don't extend my combos that much more. So I just didn't play them for some other cards that I really wanted to play. Like I said, this deck was really tight and really hard to fit all the cards that I wanted into it and keep it 40 cards. So that's why I played what I did in this deck. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. Like I said, this deck is actually probably one of those most combo-based oriented decks I have ever played in my life. If you guys like combo decks, definitely give this deck a try. It's super fun and super weird, too. Foolish Burial to send black metals to grave, so I can get searches. 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon Seal of Convocation. This searches literally any Hieratic in your deck. 3 copies of Dragon Shrine. The Dragon Shrine is really good in this deck because it sends, like I said, black metal to grave. Or if you send like Red Eyes to grave and then send black metal right behind it, it actually sends 2 monsters to the grave. So that's really good to thin your deck so you don't draw a dead vanilla in your hand. So I always send the vanilla first and then send an effect monster behind it. Then I play 3 copies of World Legacy Guardragon. You need 3 copies of this to get monsters out of your extra deck zone, or extra monster zone. When this card is activated, you get to target a level 4 lower dragon monster in your grave and add it to your hand. So usually, I mean, you have a lot of targets in this deck for that. You can add your black metal dragons back. You can add any of your, like, any of these back, like literally any of these in my hand. You can add any of those back that you want to add, and you can add your black metal dragons back to get more searches. I mean, you only have 4 cards in the deck, 4 different cards, so there's 6 total, including the 3 Red Eyes Black Dragons that you can search off of black metal, but trust me, it's worth it. But that's it for the spells. We actually only play 10 spells in the deck and 1 trap, so it is a 28 monster count. Yeah, 12 minus 40 would be 28. Yeah, so 28 monster count. By the way, I'm taking math this semester, guys, and it has got me so screwed up. So if my numbers are not coming out how I say they come out, you guys know why. They should be. They really should be with all the math. So anyways, just a side note. So then I play 1 copy of Fang and Chain. This is just an extra disruption. Basically, you get to target a Red Eyes you control and equip it to that Red Eyes, and then it can make 2 attacks during a round. And then you can send this card to the graveyard to target a monster your opponent controls and attach it to the Red Eyes and equip spell as an equip spell, and make that Red Eyes have that much attack and defense, which is really cool. You just activate this, have a Red Eyes on field, and then basically Kunai would chain your opponent's monster and equip it to your Red Eyes, and it's just a good disruption. I love that about it. Like, just hit your opponent's combo. Where they can't do anything. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. The extra deck is kind of nuts, to be honest with you. So we play 1 copy of Agarpain. This lets you special summon a dragon monster from the extra deck that 2 or more link monsters that are dragons point to. 1 of the red Guardragon and 1 copy of the white Guardragon. Basically, you just get these like this in your zones. You want to get them like that in your zones so you can special summon something here, or get them over here like this in the 5th or the 1st and 3rd zone so you can like special summon stuff to those zones. But these are really, really good cards. 1 special summons from the white one summons from 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck, and I believe this one summons from banished and grave. So like they are really, really good. Like, they really extend combos. But that's why I think they're going to hit Darkness Metal Dragon, is because of these. So then I play 2 copies of Sor Yugioh. Again, this is another card I think they're going to hit on the next list, so you heard it here first, folks. It's a dragon monster. It's extremely easy to summon this and dig into your deck and put stuff back that you don't want, and then extend your combos by special summoning 1 monster from your hand. Plus, with all those zones, you can actually, since this is a dragon, special summon this up here in the extra monster zone, like right here. Let's just say this is the extra monster zone right here. And then if you special summon like a Guardragon, like let's just say here, you can special summon a dragon monster from your grave or banished, because this one's grave or banished, here, because 2 dragon monsters are pointing to this zone, which is kind of neat. Like I said, this deck is really, really complicated. It's really fun, but it's really complicated. Which I really love, because it really makes you think about it when you're actually playing with it. 1 copy of Borreload, because it's Borreload. Summon Sorceress to special summon the exact card I need when I need it. Triple Burst Blast Dragon. I play that just because it's, you know, a dragon and it's good. The arrows are good. Twin Triangle Dragon. This is a big extender, and I usually go for this very first to special summon, like, I tribute it, or I add special summon. I pay 500 life points to target a level 5 or higher dragon monster in the grave and special summon it, which is really nice because it's really easy to get out. All you have to do is special summon out like Collapse Serpent and Buster Wyvern, and then special summon this, and then link it, and then summon out like Darkness Metal from grave. Like, this summons back Darkness Metal 99.9% of the time. I actually think the Kali effect was the first one to come up with this, but it was King Dragon. I play this in here because of the synergy it has to be able to special summon it from the extra deck with Garpain. It's just a really good effect. By the way, quick shout out to Kali Effect. You know, you're a really good YouTuber. He's been a mentor to me kind of since I started YouTube. He's a really good guy. You guys should totally check out his channel. Really awesome guy. Really great channel too. So then I play Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss too, because you can special summon this out. It gives you an extra negation. Borreload Savage Dragon, this card nuts. I absolutely love it. It's probably the best Borreload besides Boral Sword, which I don't feel like I need in this deck at all because it does enough. Flare Metal, you play Flare Metal because it's a Red Eyes deck, you need it. 1 copy of 62 Prime Photon Dragon because you summon this first, and then summon Dark Matter on top of it, and then send 3 dragons from your deck to the grave and get all the searches. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this deck. It's a really, really fun deck. I cannot emphasize that enough. It is such a fun deck to play around with and just win games for days with it. So anyways, guys, this is Dark Armed Duelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys, and don't forget to hit the bell.